What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. We are doing the Blacklist challenges today, and as you can see, I kind of wanted to show off the new loading screens that the update brought because I didn't mention them at all, but that's only for this race. So we are doing Izzy. Now, I really when I was doing this, I guess this series of videos, planning it out. I was like, alright, so let me do 15 to 1 in order. I did not realize that there were track rotations, and I really don't have enough time as I once did to get on WUG. So whenever I do have time, I have never been able to, get, was it 15 to 13 Blacklist challenge events? So I've never been able to get those except once. And because I did a test run for Sunny to see how the difficulty was for him. And I gotta say, Sunny's event was a bit of a misleading one because his is so much easier than all these. It makes sense, he's Blacklist number 15, but this is 12. This is Blacklist 12. And as you can see, the difficulty curve is insane, man. So for this, you gotta use a B-class car, so I'm using the Gallardo. I tried using other cars like the 911 GT2, Evo 10, just cars I have in my garage because I didn't really want to be spending money on a brand new car and stuff. And Gallardo seems to be the best one I could get these challenges done with. But as you can see, the Blacklist challenges are way harder than expected, and I am not the greatest driver at all. Pretty average, maybe even below average. As well as the fact that I just don't have enough time to play, so I can't even practice or nothing. Or just play to get better. But man, as you can see, the super is really coming up on me, and I just gotta this is the only thing I can do, and watch this. Yeah, bam. I know a lot of people had issues with this, so I actually have done this event for almost 20-30 minutes. Absolutely awful. And that's another thing too. Making this video, it's what, 15 minutes long. This video probably took me over an hour and a half because the amount of times I was restarting. And you gotta be skilled for these races. But even if you're skilled, there's also a basis of being lucky with how the traffic spawns like that, and if the AI is just gonna wreck themselves. Because as you can see, your car has no top end power whatsoever, and the AI are really fast on the straights, insanely fast, but they're so awful at corners. It's kind of a weird combination, but because of the fact that AI have no what do I say, they have no intelligence basically, and they have no awareness that you exist. Even if you play with normal single player, you would understand that the AI just do not have any idea you exist. So when they're all souped up to be super fast, they literally just pummel you out of the way. It's insane, man. And yeah, you'll see some YouTube clips later on in which of some of my attempts and the AI just making you fly, After I hit that trap car, I really wanted to restart. But the thing is, if you're almost halfway done with a race like this, you just gotta keep going. Because as you can see, that Supra made a terrible mistake. And look where he's going. Just zooming past me. So you just gotta hope that, they just do that. And you'll see in pretty much all these races, the AI just messes up so bad, and that's the only way I win. Which, it kind of makes these challenges unfair. I mean, it's literally called a challenge for a reason. And also the rewards are really good. So, I was only able to complete up to tier 2 for one Blacklist member. And so far, you earn at least 1.25 mil. You get a couple elite parts. So I can imagine if you complete all of them, the rewards go crazy, man. So I'd say it's definitely worth trying this. And as well as the fact it's just a sense of accomplishment, especially in a game like this where single player really isn't emphasized. It's kind of just there. it's nice to have some challenges where, you know, it's actually a challenge. But man, as you can see, look at these cars, like 750 overall, like what is that? So we're doing Ming's challenges because during this recording session, I legit could not get sunnies, pretty much. Like every time I'm logging in, I'm hoping it's like, oh, I hope I find like Blacklist 15, 14, and 13. No, it's like some other random members. So unfortunately, I couldn't do like a chronological order because that would probably take a long time. And I do want to show at least some videos of this. So this is pretty much just an assortment of Blacklist challenges. We're using the R8 Le Mans. I don't know if this car is good. What is it? I think the requirement is that your car needs to be 699 overall. But yeah, this car does not feel good at all. I literally had it because he was the only one like that was like eligible. And I was kind of just YOLOing it with this car. So if you do some research on what cars are the best, and don't hit traffic, man. Honestly, these attempts I hit traffic and I still like, you know, completed them. Mad lucky. And look at that AI just. The AI just screwing themselves over on every corner. Corners are your best friend for these challenges. Do it one lap. These circuits are way more intense because of the fact that, okay, you're done with one lap, good job. But they're gonna come back and bite you. If you were one to like not race like dirty, this is the time where you really need to learn how to do defensive driving, because defensive driving is a very common theme of these Blacklist challenges. And also, if you do have a chance, a controller is probably way more viable. I feel like the effects of using controller versus keyboard would be very noticeable in challenges like this where really every millisecond counts. Because I'm sure a lot of you like dealt with this, in which you pretty much are like 1 to 2 seconds behind someone, and that's probably because maybe you hit a traffic car, you know, you went too fast in the corner. Every second counts, so get that perfect start up to 5 seconds, and if you have a controller, use it to your advantage. So we are doing, this is Ming's second challenge. So it's a team escape, and you have no power-ups or nothing like that, and you gotta finish within that certain amount of time that's shown. Yeah, this one took me a long time too, man. Like, there was one in which I was like less than 1,000 feet away. Like, literally the finish line was in front of me, but I ran out of time. It's wild. Another thing with this one too is like the RNG really impacts on how well you're going to do in this event, because this run right here, I did it after, I feel like for most of these events I spent a minimum of 25 minutes trying to attempt. I know there are some people like who can do this in one go. Awesome. I hope you can complete all of them like that. But there's people like me where it's like just not good enough, man, or just unlucky, to be honest. There was actually times with this event where it was like I got pushed by a cop into a spike strip and I just had to like redo my whole run, which sucked. It also doesn't help the fact that I am not using a car suited for this pursuit, because the Le Mans is light. I have no relevant skill mods for this. So pretty much I am like a sitting duck, because it's not like this Audi has like go-kart like handling, you know what I'm saying? I bet if you had the, for example, like an M3 GTR, this thing will be way better for this event, because, you know, cars with like that kart-like handling, you know, they're so much easier to like handle, you know, to dodge all those roadblocks and those rhinos and stuff, because you really don't want to be hitting any cops whatsoever. This kind of brings me back to the old days of like OG World. So when I used to play tons of Team Escape. That was my like most played game mode. And yeah, I wasn't the ones who just like rammed all the way, because power-ups were expensive back then, man. Like, you know, you got to use each one of them, like, you know, wisely. So I spend more of my time just dodging around all these cops. So it felt very reminiscent to that. And like, this is what I'm saying, like, things like that is, looking back at the footage, it seems so easy to like, as to why why didn't I just like, you know, take a left or a right? But during the moment, like, I don't know, my vision is just my vision's not great. If you have good make a stat, it's like if you have good police vision, you'll be able to, you know, dodge these things pretty quick. But if you don't, yeah, no, it's just way more difficult. I'm just so glad that there were no cops behind me, because if there were, that would have been an easy bust. Making it through right now. Oh! Avoid that rhino right there. Man, that's tough, man. Like, just didn't know where to go at all. But thankfully, the Audi did not disappoint and flip itself over, because it has flipped itself over plenty of times. I remember at this point I was just so sick and tired. I was like, alright, let me just keep going, and nice. We made it. Finally. So we are doing, this is Webster's first challenge, because after I was trying to do Ming's third, but I realized it was a whole pursuit. Okay, the pursuit ones, you know, those gotta have their own videos, because they're probably gonna be really long. And also, I have not done a pursuit on Lug in such a long time. I was trying to do one last time. I remember it was maybe like a couple months back. I was trying to do a pursuit, and why did I do that? I was trying to do a pursuit, and yeah, the cops got way harder. So, and dang, man, that Viper. When I saw that Viper, I was like, no way, I gotta go up against that thing. Like, I was actually contemplating on restarting the event. We're driving the M3 GTS. Why am I using this car? Because the fact the Audi was so bad, and this is better than the Audi. I don't think this is the best car, for sure. I was just scrolling through my garage, seeing what I could take. Yeah, we have the Carrera. Oh man, nice job, man. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of things like that from the AI. Just like a whole bunch of shenanigans. A whole lot of shenanigans, man. Yeah, this M3 GTS, it's not the best in corners, but it is way less sluggish than the Audi was. And it also has Cosmic Nitrous, so, you know, getting that launch is really crucial. And this time I actually upgraded the perfect start to 5 seconds. That is also very clutch. And this is pretty much what you gotta do. You just gotta hope that the AI just crashes and slows themselves down, because it's pretty much just AI versus traffic. That's the only way I feel like I can win these events, you know? And oh, you see this? Yeah, you see that? Thank you, dump truck. And this is where I was like, okay. At this point, I went from being like, I'm probably gonna have to restart this event to, let's go, please hold the line, you know? Like, don't like go like 300 miles an hour on me. Let's go M3 GTS. Alright, that was a better corner than before. Looks like they all slammed into each other, which is perfect. Really just gotta rely on the AI's mistakes to help you get you a push. A few more corners, but do you see that? Do you see how fast they caught up? Like, that is wild, man. Like, y'all gotta chill out with this, man. Y'all really gotta chill out. But thankfully, we are done. And after this, I was so done with, playing that I really have to go. I really need to leave. Like, this is like the most tryhard I ever played this game ever. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, y'all. Peace.